Hello again, everybody. Welcome to USA Wrestling Weekly. I'm Scott Casper. It is indeed time for this week's news from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. We start this week in Las Vegas, Nevada. April 17th through the 20th, all three Olympic styles will compete at the 2013 Las Vegas ASICS US Open. It returns to the Vegas Convention Center in Nevada. This will mark the 21st time USA Wrestling has hosted the US Open there in the City of Bright Lights. Last time was 2009. Last year, the U.S. Open for women and Greco-Roman was held in Arlington, Texas, and there was no U.S. Open in freestyle. The previous 2 years, the U.S. Open was held in Cleveland, Ohio. Host USA Wrestling will reach out and bring the wrestling community together for another great week of action, as 4 other competitions will take place alongside the big one. Well, the nation's top men's 17 to 20-year-old freestyle and Greco-Roman athletes will compete in the ASICS Junior Nationals. It'll showcase some of our top young college and high school and military talent. In addition, athletes 25 years and older will return to Vegas for competition of 5 different age divisions at the always popular Veterans Nationals. Exciting news now for grappling fans. The U.S. Grappling World Team Trials have been added to the Vegas schedule as well. This serves as a qualifying event for the U.S. no-gi and gi grappling teams that will all see action in London, England at the 2013 FILA Grappling World Championships. The popular Western Junior Regionals returns featuring top high school wrestlers competing in both freestyle and Greco. A girls' junior division is being added for the first time ever, and Vegas has proven to be a great junior regional with top emerging stars coming together from across the country. Participants can save 50% off registration fees when they book their hotel rooms through Vegas.com. Now, it's an important point. You must go through USA Wrestling's event websites to get your rooms and your discount codes. So mark your calendars and join us now, April 17th through the 20th. Again, April 17th through the 20th. That'll be live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now let's head to Colorado Springs. America's lineups are set for this week's Jack Pinto Cup at the Olympic Training Center. The event, with 4 U.S. teams and 4 international squads competing in Greco-Roman, has been renamed in honor of Jack Pinto, a 6-year-old athlete who lost his life in December shooting at Newtown, Connecticut Sandy Hook Elementary School. Team USA 1 will feature past world team members Joe Betterman at 132, Andy Bisick at 163, R.C. Johnson at 211 pounds, along with University World Champion Max Nowry checking in at 121 pounds. Team USA 2 will be led by past world team member Jake Fisher at 163, junior world medalist Toby Erickson at 264 pounds, and University world medalist Jamel Johnson at 132 pounds. Now, wrestlers for USA Team 3 include Armed Forces champions Marco Laura at 132 and John Anderson at 163. Team USA 4, well, it'll showcase athletes from the U.S. Olympic Education Center, including University world team members Nick Alvarez at 145 pounds, Zach Nielsen at 185, and Marcos Finau at 211 pounds. The Jack Pinto Cup will be awarded to the 2 outstanding wrestlers of the meet, one from the U.S. and one from our visiting squads. Can't make it to see the 8 rounds of action in person? Well, join us at 9 a.m. Mountain Time this Saturday, the 26th, for the broadcast on themat.com and themat.tv. It is indeed a busy Saturday, as themat.com and themat.tv will also broadcast the Colorado Springs Metro Wrestling Championships. USA Wrestling staff is proud to join in the presentation of this top high school event. We invite you to check it out. Well, the winter tour season is starting to heat up, and some of our top U.S. stars were in international competition over the weekend. Some of our young and talented traveled north to Canada's Gulf Open for men's and women's freestyle. 2 U.S. men's freestylers now training with the Cliff Keen Wrestling Club at the University of Michigan won gold. That was on Sunday. Jimmy Kennedy at 132 pounds and Kellen Russell at 145 pounds. Both are members of the New York AC. Kennedy defeated Canadian Cody Airdrie of Gulf in the finals and finished with a 3-0 record. A star for the University of Illinois as an undergrad, Kennedy won his 2nd straight tournament after taking the New York AC International in November. Now, Russell stopped Canadian Ryan Weicker of Brock in the finals. A 2-time NCAA champ for Michigan, Russell also went 3-0. For his achievement, he was named the Mat.com Wrestler of the Week. Now, 2 American freestylers won silver, including 264-pound big man Kyle Massey. He did that in the men's division, and women's division star 147-pounder Elena Paraskova also prevailed. Massey's only loss was at the hands of eventual champion and Gulf hometown wrestler Corey Jarvis. Kyle finished 3-1 in a demanding 5-athlete round robin. 2012 World 138-pound champion Perizkova moved up in weight and finished with a 2-1 record. She dropped her opening match to Israel's Alana Kradic. American Karlene Slabersky attends college in Canada and won a bronze medal at 121 pounds. She dropped her first match but came storming back with 3 straight wins, stopping Sam Stewart of Canada in the bronze medal bout.
They wrestled really well. They approached that tournament, like it was any other tournament. They warmed up well. They were ready for each match. They took it one match at a time. They stayed focused, and then, most importantly, they stuck with a game plan throughout each of the matches. And that same game plan is what's going to win at the World Championships, at the Olympic Games. And they're ready, and I was very pleased with how they did.
Now let's head to Tumen, Russia, and the world-famous Ivanpah Grand Prix. Only 2 Americans have ever won the tournament that features some of the world's best, along with the most powerful from Russia's backyard. 4 U.S. Greco-Roman athletes saw action, including 2011 U.S. Open champ Jordan Holm, who went 2-1 at 185 pounds. Holm opened with victories over opponents from Russia and China, then lost to a Russian opponent in 3 periods in the 3rd round. Holm's opponent failed to reach the final, so he was eliminated from potential wrestleback opportunities. 2011 World Team member Andy Basic opened with a victory at 163 pounds over a strong opponent from Kazakhstan. He lost a close 2nd round, 2-0-1-0, to Russia's Olympic and World champion Roman Vlasov. Basic was pulled back into the repechage when Vlasov reached the finals. It was there he lost a bout to a Russian and was then eliminated. Finishing with a 1-1 record was 185-pound star Peter Hicks. The young American defeated an opponent from Serbia, then posted a loss in the 2nd round. At 163 pounds, 2010 World Team member Jake Fisher lost to his 2 Russian opponents. Now, 6 of the 7 individual champs were from Russia. The other champ was the heavyweight from China. In Moscow the week leading up to the event, the U.S. team trained with their Russian counterparts. National Greco-Roman coach Steve Frazier talked about the opportunity.
It was a great training camp. We trained with the Russians every day for about 2 weeks, and the guys wrestled very well. They got right into it, mixed it up with the Russians, and actually in the practices were wrestling, very well. I was proud of them. And then the Podubny tournament itself was as tough as always, if not tougher. And the guys wrestled well. They wrestled well. I think overall we didn't win any medal, but Jordan Holm was close, and Bisic won won a match or 2 and made repechage. But the bottom line is these guys learned some good stuff. I think it was a good experience.
Stay tuned. We'll be back. There's more USA Wrestling Weekly.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Well, January is always busy at the USOTC with U.S. athletes and other world-level stars training together in the Olympic styles. Top-level events take place there, as well as USA Wrestling hosts the Jack Pinto Cup in Greco, then the annual Dave Schultz Memorial in all 3 styles. Numerous international teams and hundreds of foreign athletes will make their way to the U.S. for these tournaments and unique training opportunities that only exist in the rarefied air of the Springs. Well, USA Wrestling Weekly has afforded special access and opportunities to interview these foreign stars. Our own Richard Immel sat down with India's 132-pound 2012 Olympic bronze medalist Yogeshwar Dutt. This isn't his first time training in freestyle in the U.S.
Every year, 1 year, 2 times come here. Before Olympic come here, and before Asia Championship, and same this year. This year in April, Asia Championship, this time we come here. And here, endurance and stamina much better, more gain here.
Well, one of India's top women's freestyle stars is Geeta, a past world bronze medalist on the senior level. She also is pleased with the chance to train and compete in the USA.
Coming in America for training third time. Maximum we training here 20 days or 25 days. With USA team, our experience is very good. We learn more about wrestling. This experience is very good for me and for all India team.
Well, Team USA Greco often invites foreign teams to the U.S. for training and competition. Sweden, well, they're one of the international competitors who make the trip on a frequent basis. Sweden's Greco-Roman Olympian Robert Rosengren sat down with Richard in the Springs.
When you train too much in Sweden, you know what to do, and when you come here, it's different, and a different style, a lot more aggressive and more fighting, and the high attitude is you get tired of it. It's very good.
Bagdum Korimoy is one of Sweden's top young stars and seeks a junior world title to call his own.
I won the Cadet Swedish Championship and the Junior Swedish Championship. I'm also the Nordic champion for juniors. Now I'm junior, last year junior, so I'm hoping to win a medal at the World Championship for juniors.
Well, the WCW Women's College Nationals will take place in Bristol, Tennessee at King's College. Archie Randall's Oklahoma City Stars will look to the past for a little strength for their 5th potential title. But they'll face challenges from the crown for last year's runner-up, King, and current #1 ranked Simon Fraser. Speaking of Simon Fraser, they won the NWCA National Duels title just 2 weeks ago. They beat OCU 27-13 in the finals in Springfield, Illinois. Mike Jones's Clan team includes 3 international stars who will be gunning for their 3rd WCWA national title. 2012 world silver medalist Helen Maroulis will compete at 130 pounds, and she'll seek her 3rd college national title. This Maryland native won her first college title for Missouri Baptist, then transferred to Simon Fraser. 2-time junior world champion and California native Victoria Anthony also went north of the border to Simon Fraser and now seeks her 3rd college crown at 109 pounds. Canadian junior world champ Danielle Lepage is also going for title #3. She'll be competing at 155. Other #1 ranked wrestlers for Simon Fraser include 2012 WCWA national champ Justine DeStasio at 170 and Jenna McGlatchy at 191 pounds. Oklahoma City also has its own firepower, well, with returning WCWA champs Emily Webster at 101 and Joey Miller at 116 holding top rankings going into the title bouts. 5 OCU wrestlers hold #2 national rankings this week. Jason Mormon's King College Tornado. They seek to win their first team title on their home turf. Well, 2-time junior world bronze medalist Allie Reagan holds a #1 ranking at 136, but has yet to win a WCWA national title. She took 2nd the last 2 seasons. Also standing at #1 for King is Sarah Hildebrand at 123, a runner-up last year. A returning WCWA national champ for King, who is ranked #2 at 109, talented Emily Martin. Well, the rest of the field is very competitive. Rounding out the top team going into the championships are #4 Jamestown, #5 Lindenwood, #6 Missouri Valley, #7 Missouri Baptist, #8 Cumberlands, #9 Wayland Baptist, and #10 Menlo. Well, the depth of the tournament should be at an all-time high with almost 20 different programs represented by over 200 entries. Oklahoma City head coach Archie Randall.
The tournament itself has evolved so much in the last 5 or 6 years that it's a 3 or 4 team race. We're going to have some girls step up, perform. We're going to have some upsets. We're going to have some of the other teams upset some of the other girls. The race is tight. It's within 1 or 2 points between 3 teams. And then you got to throw in the factor that there's teams like Missouri Valley and Lindenwood and Jamestown. They're there for the same purpose. They're there to win matches and get All-Americans. So it's going to be a really interesting tournament this year.
Stay tuned. We'll be back. There's more USA Wrestling Weekly.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Our next story comes from the OTC itself. The local high school team there, Air Academy High, recently attended a workout with the men's freestyle resident team, as well as a visiting team from India.
Yeah, today was a great day to influence some young men from Air Academy, which is a high school here in town. They got to bring about approximately, I think, about 15 of their high school wrestlers here to practice with us, and they got the opportunity to wrestle with our resident team here at the Olympic Training Center, but they also got a chance to wrestle from the team from India who's here training with us for the Schultz tournament. So I think, you know, I never got to do that. A group of high school guys to come in and train at the Olympic Training Center, you know, with also an international team, I think was really eye-opening and beneficial for them.
We just felt like it was a great opportunity, getting with some high-quality wrestlers, learn some new techniques, and just get a feel of what a international competition practice would be like. So it was a great opportunity for our team, so we couldn't pass it up. Yeah, like you think about it, it's a lot like a high school basketball team being able to come and practice with the Denver Nuggets. It's up along that level of competition. So for us to get the opportunity to come in here and practice with a group of guys of the caliber of wrestlers that these guys are, it's a huge opportunity for not only me to look at different techniques and things like that, but our kids to actually get on the mat and do it with these Olympic athletes.
It really opens your eyes to see like the potential you have. I mean, these kids, they look like they're around my age and here they are training for the Olympics, so why can't I be just as good or train as hard?
Well, good news to share. USA Wrestling has released the latest version of its easy-to-use mobile app, which is available for download in both the iTunes Apple Store and the Google Play Droid Marketplace, free of charge, of course. Version 1.4.1 of the app now supports 4-inch Retina display screens for the Apple iOS software. It also includes the addition of the Folk Style Level 3 curriculum videos and the Responsible Sports YouTube channel. Coaches and athletes, you can improve your wrestling performance with the curriculum videos, which include Folk Style, Greco-Roman, and freestyle instruction. The USA Wrestling app also includes digital profiles for USA Wrestling membership, a club finder tool, events widget, news widget, rules widget, and a complete version of the USA Wrestler magazine. Best of all, USA Wrestling provides its application free of charge. So we invite you to check it out today, as so many of you have. Well, the college wrestling season has reached the meat of the schedule, and many programs have been in action over the last weekend. A number of programs had impressive duels with great results. It was a Big Ten battle between national powers, number 4 versus number 5. Minnesota over Illinois, 18-14 the margin there. Illinois won the first 2 bouts, Jesse Delgado at 125 and Daryl Thomas at 133. Minnesota got wins in the last 4 weight classes, including returning national champ Tony Nelson at heavy, plus nationally ranked Logan Storley at 74, Kevin Steinhaus at 84, and Scotty Schiller at 97. Well, it was a big weekend for Doug Schwab's Panthers of Northern Iowa. They shot into the top 25 for the first time on the year, coming into 21 in the NWCA coaches poll. They had 2 big wins. First, they defeated the 13th ranked Oklahoma 18-15, and then they knocked off the 21st ranked Northwestern Wildcats 21-13. It was also a great performance by the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. They defeated the EIWA rival Lehigh for the first time since 1950. Heavyweight Billy Smith won his bout over Jack D'Elia, giving Rutgers a 17-16 squeaker of a win. It's the second time Rutgers has ever beaten the Mountain Hawks. And another regional rivalry, Bruce Burnett's Navy Middies traveled to face Kerry McCoy's 23rd ranked Terrapins of Maryland. The match was not decided until the final bout when Navy's Joe Locksmith scored a pin over Frank Goodwin at 41, giving the Middies a 22-18 win on the road. We'll continue to follow the college wrestling season all the way up to the NCAA Championships in Des Moines in March. USA Wrestling Weekly continues. Don't go anywhere.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Both of these guys are explosive, and it's not over. This is going to be a great match.
Well, it's time for our regular series of interviews from the U.S. Olympic Training Center. This week we profile young women's wrestling star Jenna Burkert. A top star on the age group levels, Burkert spent a few years with the U.S. Olympic Education Program at Northern Michigan before moving on to the resident program at the OTC. A member of 2 junior world teams, Burkert is looking for big things on the senior level.
Started out this morning with a drill sesh, and then we went right into some technique just in a certain position, and then after that we went right into live in parterre, and I wrestled with as many foreigners as I could, and India is who's in right now, so it's always good to get their feel because their style is just completely different. So yeah, today was pretty good, and then it wasn't as much live. As far as this afternoon, we did a lot more live on our feet. This morning was parterre, so yeah, I got as many. I pretty much wrestled all international today, and that's the best way to do it.
Well, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week contest. The pictures are sent in by wrestling families and fans from around the country and are being considered for our contests in USA Wrestler magazine and our Facebook page. This week, our weekly Photo of the Week, taken by Sharon Baum. It depicts Nick Hoy, a senior at James Madison High in Virginia, tossing an opponent at 182 pounds. Wow, Baum has over 100 high school wins. Have your photographs considered for USA Wrestling's contest simply by emailing them to Gary Abbott at gabbott@usawrestling.org. Well, for all of us at USA Wrestling, I'm Scott Casper. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.